Hey everybody, part 2. Hey Joe. So here we are in Radio Terra for part 2 of Hey Joe, and we're wrapping up the trimester for 2024 with this song by Jimi Hendrix. So if you're just showing up, or if you find this thing online, and we're going to be starting up again next year for our first trimester, and we have these classes, free guitar classes, brought to you by Banate Hakya. And this project is called Radio Terra. And so we have like almost 3 years of aulas, classes. Aula is the Portuguese word, which I teach them in Portuguese too. But anyway, so the part 1, we talked about how to kind of do the song, which is from the beginning. Have the score in here, and I showed it to you last week, but it's on the channel. If you sign up with the description, it's right here in the channel that you can get in. There's a 15-page of all the tabs of what we're doing today. There's all it shows you exactly how to play these. So what we've been talking about all year is how to analyze these chords, and we know about the cage system. So if you want to know more about the cage system, in this aula today, in this class today, when you sign up, you get all the materials, so you can jump in. You can see the materials for this class, which shows the caged chords, the caged diagrams, scale patterns. So, for example, here's the caged chords, and they're just kind of like the 5 forms. There's the C form, which is the first one. You can see it outlined. Then you got the A form. You got the G form. Then you got the E form. Then you got the D form. In this case, it's way up here. Now, what's important is that these are movable, and also it's really important to know what those notes are. Okay, for example, for the C chord, you can move it around, and so the root is the one on the 5th string. For the A chord, the root's on the 5th string. For this G form, the root's on string, which is not even being shown on that one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. D on the 5th string. So it's nobody plays this chord. People do, but it just kind of gives you an idea. But the idea is this is a form, and it's used a lot in. So let's go to the caged pentatonics. The second one. There's the one below that. There's all these, by the way, all these forms. We move down to the next one scene down. One more down. Okay, so you can kind of see where I am now with this D form. Is that on here? Is that even on here? Go up to the next one. No, the one. I get the second last one. Yeah. Okay, so this is the scale, the minor scale of E, which is the same. So the minor scale of E. That's not really going to help us that much. Go to the next one up. Let's see if I can find one to help you out more. Okay. Yeah. So that bottom scale. What's that say at the bottom? The bottom of the 3. Okay, there it is. So this bottom one down here, so what we do is we find this like D right here. So I'm up here on the 7th fret. I'm going down 5th fret, and now my little finger is on the G. So there it is. So there's that D form. But so this is kind of like, it's considered the D shape. And remember how we said this one here on the 4th string, that's also a D. So basically. Are in the D chord. It's 1, 3, and 5. Because if you're up here in this G, because there's another shape. So here is that C shape. Now it's not on here. Here's the C shape. Remember in the down here, that's a C. You move up to here. So it connects all the notes. So when you're soloing, all that lick, you're on 5, down to 4, flat 3rd. King form. Anyway, it helps you connect. So basically, so what we're doing on this song today is we're going to go. See this up at the top here, you gotta, that's a G form, a G pentatonic scale, but it's in the form, and it's also in the form, I think it's this, what's it say, it's in the form of a G, right? The top one. It's probably cut off, but anyway, it's in the form of a G, so you can take this, right here we're on the 3rd fret, and we're gonna go all the way up here to the 15th fret, and do the same thing. You know that you have that C shape. notes of the C cage chord. So anyway, you got the C chord. So we're gonna in this song, it goes like this. Okay, so we go C. By the way, we started working on this yesterday. Remember, this is our C chord, and we have that pentatonic scale. Because here is the C, that top chord, the top format, the diagram, and that's a G one. But if we take that note, we move that up to the C, we have the same scale. It's the G form, but it's for a C. And so look what we have. So we play the C chord. So what we can do is we can kind of walk up and do the pentatonic scale, like I got sunshine. It's that same scale. That's this G one. But we go do it here on the C. Oh. So we walk up from the C into that scale. So we're playing the song. Here's our C. Now we're going to walk up the same pentatonic. This G, you play with your thumb. Jimi does that a lot. So, and you can just add. So we know here's our chord. You need to know that where the third is. Okay. So here, you put your thumb there to hold this down. But the important thing is to know that that's the third of that E form. That's how we move the E shape around. We can move the G shape around the same thing. So we have our, and that's what we used in this song when we went to the E minor. We went C, A, Joe, D. But we lift that finger up because we know that it's 1, 5, 1, 3, 5. You gotta know those notes. 1, 3, 1, 5, 3. Well, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5. So that third is important. Now it's a minor. So it's Hey Joe. You hammer from the minor to the major. And then you play like the minor third. This chord last week too. This is a C form. Go up to, but you move it up with your E. There's that C form, the cage, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. But we're gonna do the flat seventh. That's the rock and roll seventh. So we got, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6. So we 6, 1 again, 7, 1, 2, 3. But we're gonna take this 2 and we're gonna sharpen it. And that's a Jimi Hendrix chord. So we got the 1, 3, flat seventh, and we put this and on top of it. So you have a third, but you have it's dissonant, but it's cool because you got the third. They sound weird, but together with the chord. Foxy. And you go. So he comes off, he goes to the 5. He takes his flat third. We know this is the flat third because we know this is an E. We know that's the third, so we know it's a flat third. And we know that we can make an E minor from our caged E minor. So basically, I'm talking all this, saying all this so that we know that how to play, how to get, so we go pentatonic. Major pentatonic is the same sound as My Girl. And Jimi Hendrix does this all the time. Like in the song Wind Cries Mary that we worked on. This is kind of a review of everything. But so he goes. Jimmy's always doing that. What chord am I in? What form is this, Kalia? In the caged chords. Yeah, exactly. It's the A form. And I'm going up from the F, so I go up to an F. Then I do the pentatonic. I Got Sunshine. Well, actually, I start on the 2 instead of going. I go. So we have that E flat, and so now I got the E flat with the third in it, but I hammer onto the third from the second to third. Here's E flat, I'm on an E flat, and I go. So it's like it's got the third in the bass. Whoops. After all the tracks in the boxes, so you can move on. So here we are in this other song, Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe. So it's always good. So one of the things we're working on, and we've talked about this, but we haven't gone in depth into it, is that every key has chords that go with the key. But so basically, here's a little kind of a bonus thing. I'll just let you know, and we need to know that. But for the G, the major chords in the G scale, it's always 1, 4, and the 1, 4, and 5 are the majors. And there's a really cool way to practice. Clay, have you ever practiced you know what the cycle of fifths is? So what it is, and so it's really good a way to organize the guitar. But so you kind of work backwards in fifths, or you can work forwards. But so we're on a C, so if I go to the cycle of fifths, I start on C, I do the scale, like I'll do the... C. Now I go a fifth away from that to a G. Up to the, what's a fifth away? Oh, on C. C. Then I go a fifth away after the G. Now I go a fifth away from that to a D. From the D, so in the fifth note of the D scale is the A. So you can kind of, but so in this song, it's really cool because it's a song it's a song based on the cycle of fifths. So it goes G, a fifth away is C, a fifth away to G, a fifth away from G to D, a fifth away to A. And then we go to fifth to E. And that's what's really cool. The riff, and the bass players do this all the time. They go, you go, dun. So the way he does, he goes 1, 3, he walks all the way up to the 5. Now I'm on G, so now G becomes the 1, 3, G, 3, up to the 5. D is the 5, and then the third of G is F sharp. D is F sharp. E, and in the song he does. It's nice practice. So that's a good thing to practice. Very good to work on that. And do it with a metronome. Anyway, so now we're going to do the last part. So we got the chords and we figured out that, so check this out. So we have a C, which is the 4 chord of G. Then we go to D, and that's the 5 chord of G. So we're like 4, 1, 5, and then we go. A is outside of the G scale, but it kind of fits in. We can just make it work. So if we're in the, so we're going to be in this. Let's go up to that G pentatonic. This the first one. So we're way up here at the top at the 15th fret. And so when you bend the pentatonic note, so I'm taking this 15th fret's B string and I'm bending that up to this note right here is the 6th, but it's also the 3rd of C. So the first chord is C, so I go up. So I'm in the scale and I'm also in the C chord. So I'm going ba, 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 ba. So I bend up to an E, so D to E, back down, and I'm bending up to a B. I bend up to a B, which is the 3rd of G. So that's why it works. I'm going to go down. Now I'm going to bend up, so now I'm going up from up to a B, but back down to an A, because the A is in the D chord. So I just stop on an E, and that works for the A. Now, what Jeff Beck would do, and I would do, and a lot of people do, is let's just go ahead and just jump on this A. So we know there's an A chord there. Or you could just move right up. Instead, here we are in the G, right? We can move up to the A pentatonic in the same cage format. So we can move back and forth. So I'll turn, so that's kind of the last part of this. So I will play a little bit of some of this track. It's not there's a bunch of stuff that comes in, but you can just kind of pay attention to the main chords, okay? So here we go, reset this to there it is. So I'm going to play from the beginning of this, and I'm just going to play around in this G pentatonic, and so put me in the zoom here, Kalea. I'm going to play on the G pentatonic, and you guys can take these notes and just have fun with it on your own. Okay, first, so you can just be playing, so I'm going to... So I'm going to do the pentatonic. Actually, that forming on that A just doesn't really work because we're so used to it. Hendrix approach. So you can try it though. So because it would be like. Because it goes right to the A minor. So you just have, well, you only have 2 beats to be on the A. That's the thing. So you have. So it's we're in G. Yeah, so you can't be on the A too much. So it's probably just best to kind of value the A, like, so you're just keeping the. You can kind of get into that A a little. Okay, so play around with trying to design the A chord. I'll go back. So I'm gonna try. Hung on the A. Bend up to the A. Now that's cool. Here I go. So I'm in G. So you bend up to the A, then you go back down to the flat third of the E minor. So anyway, so what I did, I went up, bent up to the A, I went. Play around with it. Now I'm on the A chord. It's kind of cool. It's surprising. So you're going. He doesn't even sing in the key over the A chord hardly. He plays the A flat 7, flat 7. with that gun in your hand. You didn't even hit an A note. With that gun in your hand. But anyway, that's the G pentatonics. Let's go to the zoom out. And that's pretty much it for this song. But so basically all you got to do is show up, sign up. The description's right there right on the channel. So it's easy to sign up. It's free. And you know, you can ask questions if you sign. The description is how to sign up for the classes, but you can also sign up for the channel. Okay, you can sign up to the channel, subscribe to the channel under the subscribe button, and you hit the bell, and you get more announcements about what we're doing here on the channel Radio Terra. So just enjoy yourself playing. If you have any questions, you can check in. These courses are live, so when we come back, you can show up and say, hey man, remember last year when you I had some questions about that. Okay, you can send us a question. We check our emails and we check our channel, and so we'll get back with you. Okay, until next year, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and make sure you show up